No, Deuteronomy 5. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is a very jealous El. He is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last, and the only. And did I mention he was a very jealous El? He doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yehoshua died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And the letter J is about 600 years old. Deuteronomy 5. Excuse me. And Moshe called all Yisrael and said to them, Hear, O Yisrael, the laws and right rulings which I speak in your hearing today, and you shall learn them and guard to do them. Yah, our Elohim, made a covenant with us in Horeb. Yah did not make this covenant with our fathers, but with us, those who are here today, all of us who are alive. Yah spoke with you face to face on the mountain from the midst of the fire, and stood between Yah and you at that time to declare to you the word of Yah, for you were afraid because of the fire, and you did not go up to the mountain, saying, I am Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. You have no other mighty ones against my face. You do not make for yourselves a carved image, any likeness of which is in the heavens above, or which is in the earth beneath, or which is in the waters under the earth. You do not bow down to them, nor serve them, for I, Yah, your Elohim, am a jealous El. This is the third time he's saying he's a jealous El, visiting the crookedness of the fathers upon the children of the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing loving commitment to thousands of those who love me and guard my commands. You do not bring the name of Yah your Elohim to naught, N-A-U-G-H-T, for Yah does not leave him unpunished who brings his name to naught. Guard the Sabbath day to set it apart, as Yah your Elohim commanded you. 6 days you labor and shall do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of Yah your Elohim. You do not do any work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your ox, nor your donkey, nor any of your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates, so that your male servant and your female servant rest as you do. And you shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Mitzrayim, and that Yah your Elohim brought you out from there by a strong hand and by an outstretched arm. Therefore Yah your Elohim commanded you to perform the Sabbath day. Respect your father and your mother, as Yah your Elohim has commanded you, so that your days are prolonged, and so that it is well with you on the soil which Yah your Elohim is giving you. You do not murder, you do not commit adultery, you do not steal, you do not bear false witness against your neighbor. Anything you think in your brain, you've done it aloud. New Testament saying. You do not covet your neighbor's wife. You do not desire, nor do you desire your neighbor's house, his field, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, nor his donkey, or whatever belongs to your neighbor. These words Yah spoke to all your assembly in the mountain from the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a loud voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and gave them to me. And it came to be, when you heard the voice from the midst of the darkness, while the mountain was burning with fire, that you came near to me, all the heads of your tribes and your elders, and said, See, Yah our Elohim has shown us his esteem and his greatness, and we have heard his voice from the midst of the fire. Today we have seen that Elohim speaks with man, and he lives. Oh, and he lives. He speaks with a man, and he lives. We don't have to be afraid of what we see in front of us, as long as we stay clean. And now we should And now why should we die? For this great fire is consuming us. If we hear the voice of Yah our Elohim any more, then we shall die. For who is there of all flesh who has heard the voice of the living Elohim speaking from the midst of the fire as we have and does live? Moshe, you go near and hear all that Yah your Elohim says, and speak to us all that Yah our Elohim says to you, and we shall bear and do it. We shall hear and do it. And Yah heard the voice of your words when you spoke to me, and Yah said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken to you. They have done well in all that they have spoken. Oh, that they have such a heart in them to fear me and to guard all my commands always, so that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Go say to them, return to your tents, but you stand here by me, and let me speak to you all the commands and the laws and the right rulings which you are to teach them, and they shall do them in the land which I am giving them to possess. And you shall guard to do as Yah your Elohim has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left. Walk in all the ways which Yah your Elohim has commanded you, so that you live, and let it be with you, and you shall prolong your days in the land which you possess.